Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Let me get the other, oh my goodness, let me get this set up and make sure that that's muted. I was not set up. I just got off of a phone call and it's live right now. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. So I had to update some systems. For some reason, the block is not right there, but no worries. I didn't mean to do that. I'm thrown off. I'm hungry. Let's not get me hangry, right? Because that's no bueno for anybody. All right, let's go here. How are you, David? Hello, everything's monetizable. Sorry, I was a little bit late. Like I said, had a telephone call, so I just had to finish that up and grab a snack, a nice healthy protein granola bar. And we're going to get rocking and rolling today. What should we start off with? Let's start off with, I can adjust this. I've got my sweatshirt on today, my Canada sweatshirt. Let's start off with the indexes. Because we are seeing a bit of a correction, right? I called it out yesterday with the SPY. We're seeing all of the indexes really correcting back. Apple, Microsoft, XLF, all of the banks are starting to pull back. This is what I've been talking about, waiting for to see this happen. We had higher than normal volume yesterday. We pulled back down almost. We did not bounce, we did not hit the 410.40 level yet, but the day is still young, right? We're only at 12.20 so far. Market is slow. What are you talking about, Asif? The market was rocking today. I did have a student earlier this morning, and we rocked some nice puts on the SPY. How could you say it was slow? Look at this. We had, what is this correction? If you're trading the SPY options, we had $2.77. That's lots of profits right there for the table, right? So that was amazing, amazing day. And look at this. On that 15-minute chart, make sure that you have the 50 simple moving average. I was going to say this blue line, but you don't know what it is. It's a 50 simple moving average on the 15-minute chart. And I also like the 425. You can see that it came down here. We are bouncing a little bit. I do have this level here. I'm not sure why I have that level there. I can delete it. More importantly, I'm checking on this level down here. I want to see that it breaks down over there. All right. Then we have the Qs also pulling back. We've taken out the entire week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days right here. We've taken out the entire week, testing the support over here. Not a surprise to see a bit of a correction. Maybe we're going to come all the way back down to the 15 EMA on the 24-hour chart. We've definitely broken this upward trend over here. So wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we're going to bounce up, test it, and then fall down further. IWM definitely had a big pull down, as I said yesterday too. We have this diamond pattern, right? Came down, tested support over here, 215 area, 215.24 was our bounce zone, right? Right here, 215.24, and bounced. Would look for this to continue and roll over for another test. So I've set an alert right here at 216. If this is rolling down below 216, likely a further move down on, oh, there's somebody out back is doing a like a weed whacker. That's probably what it is. Let me just make sure that the mic is set up correctly. Thank you for letting me know. Everything's monetizable. 2 seconds. Let's just make, oops, I just muted myself. That's not what we wanted to do. Let me go here. Sorry. Record tools. Extensions, play, record. I'm going to have to check it on another one. Let me see if this turns the volume down. How's that? Is that better? Everything monetizable? I'll double check it because I had to update. I had to do an update on the broadcasting software, so maybe it reset stuff. All right. Also, Dow Jones is pulling back right here. Not a wonder. Looking to see if we break below that 336 level. And we have our majors, right? Apple. Apple came down, pulled below the 425 on the 15-minute. Let's look and see where it is on the 45-minute. Hey, look, we hit our 161 EMA, bounced, and 200 EMA bounced. Here's our 425. So I'd watch if we go below 129, which is going to be below, that's pretty much over here with our 90 simple, that's going to be a bigger move to the downside. Let me see. I'm not like the super expert over here on volume and stuff. I'm sorry, I'll have to check it later. Settings, maybe here. Settings? No. There's definitely someone out back though as well doing it like a weed whacker. Microsoft is flat on the day, pulled back, bounced up. We'll see if this rolls back down again. If this comes up and tests the 50 simple moving average, we might see that this will then reject that 50. It's pretty strong, both on the daily, the 15-minute, and the 45-minute chart. All right, XLF. I'll have to check it out. Is that better? Salvatore? Can you guys hear that better? I turned down the volume on it. All right, XLF, definitely taking out, let's look at this, on the weekly. Oh, wrong chart, but that's okay. We can still use it over here. So I'd watch to see if this is going to hit 3450. If we break below 3450, would be looking for 33. Okay, cool. 3373 over here. And I'll test it out and see if I can figure it out as well. VXX, finally seeing some movement. Had big volume yesterday. I did touch on this. I would be looking for this to head up to 330 area. Excuse me, 1330 area, so roughly 30% potentially on VXX. Max, I would expect it to be at roughly 1516 for a bit of a correction right here. Saw that we were bottoming out on VXX and above the 8 EMA, and we're breaking out up above this trend line right here. So are we going to halt up at 1067, or are we going to continue and move to the upside here, which would be measuring the put buying on the SPY. Buenos dias, Samuel. Okay, hold on. Let me add Peak, Zynga, DPLN, CCIV, and I apologize for everyone that gave shout outs yesterday, and then I went over to Ticker Talker and I missed them. Sorry about that. DPLN, DLPN. DLPN. All right, let's put that there. Okay, so VXX, looking to see, we're testing right here on the weekly chart as well. So you can see on the weekly chart, we tend to hit that 15 EMA, which the 15 EMA is roughly at 1362 as well. So 1330 to 1360 to 1560. Those would be my VXX targets for potential reversals as well on the SPY. All right, let's put this back on a 45-minute and let's head on down to my list. So we also have Amazon definitely correcting back, was not able to really hold up above here, above that upward trend line. So looking for this to come back down and test 3250 area. Tesla is green on the day, just slightly. We pulled back. Test, would look for this to roll over again as we are testing this trend line from the bottom. That's the low risk entry for potential further move down. I would look for this target of the 425 on the 45-minute chart. If we break below 699.90 at this point, I would look for a bigger move down to 671 and then down to 619. So KSU was being talked about as being a buyout today. It did not break out up above out of my buy or short zone today, pretty much respecting those all day. So yet we also have Canada Pacific Railway. A lot of Canadian stocks today are getting a lot of prints. You can see this big volume today, also going into earnings. We had big volume back here. So it seems like every time we hit up roughly that 376 area, we could see it drop to the downside. So it had a nice short $10 now to the downside, as well as the rest of the market. What? Sorry. I'm looking to see. right. So we also had FSR, Fisker. At one point, I was a super huge Fisker fan, was thinking, I want to get this. And then I saw the price tag on it. I was like, well, there's not that many people to service it. And then, look, we bounced and very much sold off today. In the green electric car space, isn't today the Apple are presenting their products launch? I'm not sure if it was today, Salvatore. Very well could be. Let's go and see. Let's go here. Apple really quickly. News. Unveils building plan for new community. Podcast service. Tags for lost items. Expected at iPad launch event. Does it have a date here? Or a time? Another announcements could include Apple moving some of its iMac models to its own processor chips from Intel. So maybe we'll see Intel drop if they do come out and say, hey, we are going to be using our own chips. I don't know if that's today's date though, but good call, Salvatore. Thank you. All right, let's jump back over here. So we were looking at Fisker. Let's look at OCGN. So got my buddy Mike, big OCGN fan, bought it way down here and then it squeezed up. Well, it looks like they were testing to squeeze it again, but they shorted it down here. It looks like 530 is support, so there was a little bit of a short trade on it today. As with most of the market, right? Tilray, you might expect 420, the cannabis sector to do really well. No, it didn't so much today. It was a little burnt out, right? They had been burning too much and it already had all the anticipation, everybody buying right up into 420, and they sold it off today. So it did have a nice short opportunity of $1.60 to the downside. We also have Space, Virgin Galactic. We know that Richard Branson sold off a fair amount last week, and we are below it. You can see we are below that 425. That would be my full-on bear indicator. How low are we going to go? Maybe down to 1830 if we can break this $20 level. Futu as well today. Ouch. Definitely took a beating, down from close of 178 all the way down to 143 today. On my trade alerts that I do have at Ticker Talker, which is $20 a month, you can see, hey, nice. If you'd had one share, you would have made $16. Would have paid pretty much for your monthly subscription just on this one trade if you'd shorted it just as it broke below, right? Nice trade. This might even come all the way down to down here, 139 area before we see a bounce. All right, AAL today also pulling back, seeing that this is hitting the 425. Not a wonder that we have some support. Also earnings due to come out, I believe. I don't know if the earnings came out today. If it's pre-market, post-market, let me see here. Let me pull it up. They are earnings BMO, before market open today. Excuse me, on the 22nd. So that's going to be on Thursday. So this could be a bigger move to the downside, a bounce, then down maybe right here to 1920, and then a surge up from there. Mara today, we have seen that Mara is pulling back in relation to Bitcoin. Got it up on my crypto screen. We'll go over to crypto in just a second after we finish up these. So here for CCL, very similar. The travel industry is definitely pulling back. So travel industry pulling back right here, not a wonder. Also, let's check out NCLH as well. Oops, NCLH was also on the cover of Barron's. They said, watch out for the risks of the cruise lines. Well, let's also check RCL. How was RCL today? Did RCL pull back as well? Yep, the whole cruise sector taking a little bit of profits off of the top from this downward trend here, a little bit more extreme, and pulling down to that 425. All right, let's continue. Peak. So this is our first shout out. Peak for everything's monetizable. Oh, also, if you guys are liking this stream, please hit like and subscribe if you'd like to get the notifications. Turn on those notifications. If you enjoy the live stream and you'd like to buy me a coffee, as a mama too, I would highly appreciate a coffee every once in a while to help keep me energized. Peak seems like it's doing really well. You can hear that is the lawnmower, the lawn people outside right now. So this has really been cruising to the upside. Let's put it on a 15-minute chart. Breaking out today. Is this lower float? No, 537 million. So it comes up, it pulls back to the averages, comes up, pulls back, comes up. Might expect it to pull back to this 34 level. Also, if you've ever studied Elliott wave, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When it starts to pull back, that might be the end of the run for the day. So just be aware of that. Everything's monetizable. Keep it a watch. I'm not sure if this is a day trade for you. Also, look at the fact that it's lower volume and they're screaming it higher. That's sometimes a perfect setup for a short from there going into the earnings season. Check out what happened back here. How many days out? What happened? It pulled back and then it dropped down big time. So just be aware of that. See what it does in the past. What could the past predict about the future? Not always true, but sometimes it is. All right, Zynga today. Zynga rejecting the 50 simple moving average, pulling back, starting to look like we had big selling volume yesterday, and we're below that. So if we break below here, 1050, I would look for this to go down to 1032. I do love my XRP. We'll get over to crypto in just a second. And if you guys did not see Jeremy Hogan's latest video, I'll show you where to find it. Good stuff that Jeremy put out there about XRP. So don't worry, we will get there. Dolphin Entertainment just been in a downward trend. This looks like a low float that has just it skyrocketed, yeah. And now potentially bag holders are just feeling the pain on the way down, hitting the 50 simple moving average. Would look to see if this would hold that $8 mark. If not, watch out. We'll likely see it pull back down to $6. CCIV, same scenario, just in a downward trend, not looking too pretty. Hey, think of it like a bouncing ball. It goes up, it comes down, it bounces, it bounces, it bounces, maybe another bounce, and then continue motion to the downward side. Mbrx, I'm not really a fan of biotechs, and this is the reason why. They don't tend to really be super constant. They will tend to bounce up. Hey, maybe this had crazy, is this another low float? Yeah, 26 million. So they could break out for sure, but this one's been following that 50 simple moving average on that 15-minute chart fairly well to the downside. Yeah, you know what? I think downtown, it's the lawnmowers in the background. I'll try to be fast, and then we'll do TTCF and then CLSK, and we'll jump over to crypto. All right, so TTCF today, yeah, definitely selling off. Might find support over here at 1521. Had big volume right here. Looks like, I don't know why. Maybe it broke this 1625 level. No. Today it had, but you know what? I changed this. I need to change this back. Yeah, we broke this support level, and that's likely where we saw a lot of this breakdown and support over here of 1791, and it broke down further. All right, and CLSK, and I know that TTCF is also lower float. Did I type the right one? No, CLSK. All right, it looks like a lot of these are in the downward motion. This is bouncing off of that 425. Looks like this is Clean Spark. No idea. Is this an energy company? NADASH. It looks like it's bouncing off of the 200 and the 425. Might find support here. Maybe a bit of seller's exhaustion right here. Oversold. I would watch to see if this can hold that 1650 level. I would try to catch it on the upward swing, not when you're catching a falling knife. Yeah, PRVB. And the last one, then we're going to crypto. All right, PRVB. This looks like it's just sort of trading in this range right here. And until it breaks out one way or the other, that's going to be the next momentum move. All right, take that off. Let's head on over to the crypto list. Right here, just making sure that I don't have anything on the other charts over there. All right, so organize it in terms of, if you guys are curious about trading a crypto trading room, there is one at thedarkpools.com called Cryptotunities, and I do share my screen over there. So I have these are a couple of the ones that we've been watching. on that, but we'll go over the really big ones. So we do have Bitcoin right here. I'm going to put this on a 4-hour chart instead of 45 minutes. I like that. So you can see we pulled back to this downward trend line on the daily right here. It acted as a support, catapulted up, and then came back, support, and now this 50 simple moving average on the 24 hours is looking like a rejection point. So we're starting to see that the 4 is crossing down over the 8. Not good momentum. In fact, here, let's turn on the EMA cross. Yep, short opportunity. And over here as well, let's see if we've had that EMA cross up. Nope, pretty much been a short since April 16th, right? Which was last Friday. So let's also check out Ethereum. Ethereum's doing a bit better today. It's up on the day. Still showing a short opportunity on the daily chart. It does, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, I did call out a potential target of 2,500. We did go there and pull back. And I would look to see if we're going to pull back all the way down here, potentially for a test. Looks like we're testing this support level of 2130 as buying has kept it up above there. So keep that on watch. Also, this 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour chart brought it down, bounced up, down to the 161, almost rejected the 50, and it just seems like it's caught in the moving averages. Maybe just breaking out a little bit. I would look for more confirmation up above 2,300. All right, let's get to XRP. Who here is part of the XRP army? Type it in if you are. Remember, XRP is not owned by that many people, right? XRP is owned by less than 0.03% of the world. From my research, this is going to be used in the new financial system around the world. Yes, let's check out. Yes, everything is monetizable. Let's go to XRP Wealth List. You guys know I like to check this, see how many accounts there are. Awesome, everybody, awesome. Oh, look, we broke 2.8 million. We were at 2.7, 9 yesterday? So we are above 2.8 today. Let's see what it takes to be in the top 10%. How low do you guys think it is? I haven't checked this yet today. Just 2068. It's official. I'm in the top 4% there. So top 4%, awesome, great. When this opens up around the world and full adoption happens, you're going to, if you're up here, if you have over 2,068 coins, you will be in the top 10% likely wealth holders of around the world. What did that cost you now? Let's see. Thinking about just risk-wise, right? 2,068 times 1.3, we'll call it 1.33. If you'd put potentially 2,750 in, you could be in the top 10% around the world when this goes into final adoption. This is still in that infancy phase. So please remember that. This is not something that's going to necessarily happen overnight. Depends on how fast the adoption process happens with ISO 2022. I did talk about doing a research video on how I do my research for this, and I ended up with a little food poisoning yesterday. So I didn't have time in the afternoon. I was in bed sick. It was not fun. Let me see, Jeremy, if we just go to Twitter, if it's working today, Jeremy Hogan, I'm going to pull it up for you guys over here, and people. So if you are curious and you want to learn more about the XRP lawsuits, I am not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I wanted. Why did it go there? I tried to go to Twitter. Hold on. It's not the window I wanted to move over. It's this one. That makes sense. Right here, Jeremy Hogan. And he posts his breakdown from the legal standpoint of what is going on with the SEC case. What's happening with Attorney Deaton's motion to have the website. Oh, which website? Oh, XRP Stats. It's just go, if you wanted to go in there, everything's monetizable. You just go and type in XRP wealth list, and it will give you this one. So it's ledger.expose / it's too much. Just Google XRP stats or XRP wealth list. And Jeremy Hogan does his breakdowns. He's a lawyer that's taking his time to help educate the XRP armies. Yeah, oh, you hear the lawsuit hearing is for 4/22. Awesome. Great. So maybe we will have an explosion on the 22nd of April. That's a nice power number too, if anybody studies numerology. So that's cool to see. Also, we also have the Clank app. I had some smart person, smart $, come out and say, oh yeah, people are moving $2 million worth of Ripple every single day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that people are really moving $2 million of Ripple every single day. Really, like, who has all of this? 1 day ago, 208, 4 days ago, 2 days ago. Is this your normal amount that you're usually moving around? When we go back and we look at the stats, how many people actually own above 500,000? 0.01% of the 0.03% around the world. In 2 days, you'll get your spacesuit ready. All right. Make me one too, David, all right? I'll be ready. I'll be riding that rocket ship. Now, we've also seen XLM is another one that is on my watch list for part of the financial system. Not so happy to see that it pulled back here. But, you know, it's all about adoption process, right? We are seeing that the banks are pulling back. If you guys are on Telegram, I am on Telegram, Airplane Jane, XRP Bull. So that if anything were to happen to YouTube, that know that you can find me over there, and maybe I'll transfer to BitTrue as well. And so when XLM is one of them as well that I'm watching. Also ALGO right here. Pulled back a little bit, hit the 50, potential skyrocket ship move up to 197. A little disappointed that it stopped right here at 170. Did hit 180, but a little disappointed right there. Also IOTA is another one that's pulling back right at the moment, but will be used in that banking system. XDC, don't forget the shoes, David. All right, and XDC is another one, XFIN. So you can see that we have these moves up, consolidation, pullback, move up, consolidation, pullback, support right here, roughly 9 cents. Keeping that on watch. Let's see if our next move is going to be the same as this one. Whoops, right here, 0.05. We could see that if we break out here, 0.05, we could be heading up to 15 cents for XDC. Dogecoin as well. So everybody was loving to hate on Dogecoin, just like people love to short Tesla. So Dogecoin was moving along over here, moving up, and then just in the past 8 hours started to roll over. We topped out, pretty much had a, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready for that fifth wave. Maybe we're going to see 55 cents up here. Wouldn't surprise me adding on another 11 cents to that area. You might not be a fan of Dogecoin Desert Edge, but did you know that it's going to be used as part of the Flare network, and the Flare network will be used as part of the new banking system? I figured you meant fan. My eyes automatically read that. So this is another one that's due. I'm going to put them in the chat. So I have them in the description below of the coins that I've done my research on for being part of the new ISO 2022. So if you want to find those, just click, scroll on down into the details and you will find it down there. Other than that, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow, barring anything happening that I'm not able to get onto the platform. So have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for joining me today. Love each and every one of you. Carpe Profit, seize those profits, one trade at a time.